I'm not going to start yet formally, but I just laugh at myself. Some of you might see my note in different colors. That's my conditioning. I have more fun coloring and doing everything in different colors, looking for the sutras and highlight the sutras in colors. So everyone have different styles. So I like to do that. So I'm just looking at it, say, oh. See all the sorry? You do that too, so there you go, I'm not the only weird one. I have fun getting ready for the retreat, so I hope you have fun too for the retreat. It's a serious topic, but we still can enjoy the retreat, enjoy learning and actually, this topic is not from me, so I'm highlighting the Buddha's teaching. That's what I'm here for. It's all there in the sutras that you can read more about it. I just go by this clock. I got 1 second. There you go, 8:30. So welcome everyone. I already said good morning to some of you, so good morning again. And it's lovely to have the rain. It's cool down everything, cool down our defilements as well, and cool down our heart. It's easier to be at peace because it's cool, and also encouraging more people to come into the hall because the environment is cool as well. So this morning I promised I'm going to talk more about the meditation because I just told you the guided meditation, except just give you one reference. but I haven't talked more about it or speak about it much more. So some of you asked me yesterday about whether there is contemplation of feelings can be used as a type of meditation. So I'm going to read out to start off with. That is from the Majjhima Nikaya, Sutra 22, the Mahasatipatthana Sutra. And one of the sections, which is the second foundation of mindfulness, is called contemplation of feelings. There is no structure specifically how a meditation goes, except breath meditation in the sutra. So all the teachers share with you what they find it as useful. So am I. So I'm being taught about this method from my teacher. And actually I have my deep practice with Goenka, as far as I know. And as well as Kema was her teacher. So she used that as one of her methods of meditation. So she showed it to me, and I pass it on to you. I find it useful, and as I mentioned before, you don't need to use it, but at least you're being exposed to another tools that if you would like to use it, and then you can pick it up. It's always useful to have a few different ones. But I'm going to read this so that I don't take too much time. As you know that I'm going to do one more time for the guided meditation. It will take me about, I think yesterday, 50 minutes for that meditation. I'm going to talk more about it. So I'm going to read this. And how monks does a monk abide contemplating feelings as feelings? Here a monk feeling a pleasant feelings knows that he feels a pleasant feeling. Feeling a painful feeling, he knows that he feels a painful feeling. Feeling a feeling that is neutral, he knows that he feels a feeling that is neutral. Feeling a pleasant, say sensual, I'm going to stop that and I go down to insight. So he abides contemplating feelings as feeling internally. He abides contemplating feelings as feelings externally. He abides contemplating arising phenomena in feelings, vanishing phenomena, and both arising and vanishing phenomena in the feelings. Or also the rise and fall. So that's what we talked about yesterday. So the feelings come, arises, and will go away. You will not have the feeling all the time. Or else mindfulness that there is feeling is present to him, just to the extent necessary for knowledge and awareness. And he abides independent, not clinging to anything in the world. And that, monks, is how a monk abides contemplating feelings as feeling. So the Buddha didn't go into exactly use, I think there's another sutra. This is sutra number 22. I'm not quite sure there's a sutra number 10, Satipatthana Sutra in Majjhima Nikaya. I don't have that here, I think, so I cannot read that one out to you. So you can check it out. So that is in the sutra about contemplation of feelings, and specifically that we mentioned, like in even in the meditation. I'm going to go into the meditation that we did yesterday. So it is important that we think of this technique is the reactions that we know or remember that the reaction is triggered by the jack, any jack, in the outer world, but it is whatever we see, we all because we have the jack inside us. And that just get the trigger of the feelings. And I'm going to go through mentioning a bit more about the meditation methods itself. Very important of the methods is keep us to present moment. So you are not thinking or contemplating or analyzing the meditation or the feelings yesterday or future. Is what is it arising now. So it can be pain, the numbness in the body, or any feelings that I mentioned yesterday during the meditation. So you're aware of it, and I have been repeating in an attempt to brainwash every one of us, including myself. So you feel or aware of whatever feelings is arises, and then you let it go and move on to the next spot. So that's what we are trying to do, is whatever arising now, we are aware of it, and then we let it go. We don't hold on to it. But an interesting thing is you might aware yesterday, and you can pay attention again today, is when you let it go, you move on to the next area, you seems like don't have the same pain anymore, the knee. Sometimes it could be lingering, but you intentionally and firmly let the awareness from that area go and go back to where the next spot. But otherwise, if you pay attention, you will not be aware that, when you move on to the next one, you don't feel the other one anymore. So you just keep on moving to other areas. And that's why this are very useful tools. And it helps us to be aware what is happening right now, anything. So it serves as, besides just contemplation of feelings, it's also to keep us stay in present moment, at this moment. It's hard when we say, if I say in the meditation, now stay in present moment. So people who have been meditating for a while, you know what exactly means by stay in present moment. It can be nothing, but you're aware of what is happening now. Pleasant, unpleasant, or nothing. Just stay neutral. But especially when you first started, it's good to have something that you can be aware of. That's why it's also very good. You can actually use this method when you get faster. You can, the sweeping techniques you can use within half an hour. You can finish it within half an hour or 45 minutes. So sometimes if you do a 1 hour sit, you can start with that and go on to breath. And someone was asking me the questions about they are getting drowsy. I know you still can get drowsy when I'm going through talking about the same different area as well. But imagine if you're drowsy with that, you'll be more drowsy if you're just watching the breath, unless you play with it, like I have mentioned last night. So then you can start with contemplation, the sweeping techniques, followed by the breath, or you can start with sweeping techniques followed by the metta, if you are doing longer sit. If not, half an hour, you can just do that. You don't need to do it all the time, just once a day, and then incorporate with other methods of meditation that you normally do. Sometimes I'll do a period of time, let's say a few weeks or month, that I will keep on using the same method. And then I'll drop it and move on to the next one. So that gives us the freedom of choosing, or not choosing in a way, but sometimes the mind just refuses to go into the breath. At least you have something, another tool that you can pull it out from your head. And that you remember that when, as I say, during the meditation, I keep on repeating that let go, and then move on to the next one. When I first started for the session yesterday, for the retreat yesterday, I told you about the story about someone was asking, a non-Buddhist asking a Buddhist, you keep on asking me to let go. How to let go? You can't just tell people let go. And with practice. So one of the things that you keep on repeating is let it go. We drop it and move on to the next one. We are practicing that during our meditation. So it's another useful tools to do. And at any part, when I say, okay, move on, don't dwell on the same feelings, the same whatever sensation that we feel on the same area. Then when someone was asking me that, you keep on feeling that you are the feelings. You don't have to, but you need somewhere to get out of that habitual pattern. That is one of the ways you can try. There's many other ways, but by keep on reminding yourself, by demonstrating that you say, when you move on to the next area, the feelings is changed. It's no longer the same feelings for another area. As I asked last night, are you the feeling of whatever you feel on the shoulder, the burden, the responsibility? Or you feeling being discriminated wherever that you felt? Or the feeling on the body that you feel hot or palpitation, but you might not feel the pulsating movement on other parts of the body. So that make us realize, in other words, that uses your insights into, hey, I'm not that pulsating feelings. I'm not feeling this tension. I'm not feeling being wrongly blamed all the time. It is different throughout the day and throughout even during the meditation sessions. So another very important part is the development of equanimity, the upekkha, to the present moment. So we can take our mind off after when we move on to the next spot. And then we feel, as I mentioned earlier, the feelings is no longer there, or the sensation is no longer there. It gives us the experience of we can't let feel or experience whatever experiences in life and not to drawn into it. And it gave us the opportunity to gradually move into equanimity. So, like I was reading out the other day a sutra on the horned rhino. A few people here that are going to laugh at that from Sutta Nipata, that we was reading the sutra. So one of the senses there is the water on the lotus. When the lotus came out sort of from the mud, going up above the water, and it do not have the water. It is because of the sun, it dry up. So we do not need to bring all our, there's equanimity that I could think of the simile because of the sutra that in my mind. So then you just imagine that the lotus is not being affected by water or the mud. You just can be standing there, let whatever come and go. And the other simile, I think, is the net. Those people that were, the air, is it the wind through the net? You can just go through. You don't need to be binded and entangled with the net. So eventually, that's what our aim is, to practice on the spiritual path. It's like the wind, just blow through the net, not strangle or being caught in the net. I love that sutra, you can check it out. I think Sutta Nipata 1.3. We had fun reading through that sutra. So that is the equanimity that we can gradually develop. There's many other ways. This is one of the tools that we can use. And there is another thing that we can do is that allow us to be more concentrated and one-pointed. So when we say, feel the spot, you are not going to anywhere else. You are not going outside of your body. You feel how is it like in that spot. So that's the way of developing one-pointedness, mindfulness. That's the helpful tools that we can use. And when I say, keep on repeating, saying that not judging it, and not just accepting whatever does come in our way. Just now when I read out the sutra, remember the Buddha was saying, I must say I'm going to apologize now. I think we will be over after 10 o'clock today because I'm still on the first sutra. So just now when I was saying, the Buddha in the sutra was saying that not clinging. They just feeling that is feeling, but not clinging to it, just the knowledge and awareness of it. So that's what we are doing in this meditation. And I also want to mention that for that meditation is not just use that as by itself. You need other tools like breath or metta, loving kindness, especially loving kindness meditation. Until you have the love for yourself, then you can hold to see whatever feelings that's arising. And the aim of it is also for the contemplation of feelings that we are no longer afraid or have fear and anxiety about whatever feeling that arises. Like the example I gave about someone's having panic attack in the middle of the night. They are aware and realize that with practice, that will pass. Whatever feeling that we're experiencing. And we can stay with that and let it pass away. So there's impermanence that I've been talking about impermanence. They are not staying, they are changing. And then we will not identify that this is me. So we need to keep on brainwashing ourselves. I am not this feeling. Even though we say we feel it inside, but we also feel the change on our body. And I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to talk about a bit more on the, I'm going to give you a sutra. I love these 3 sutras, talking about feelings. So the first one is from Samyutta Nikaya, and it is number 36.12, and the title by Ajahn Sujato from Sutra Central is called In the Atmosphere, or if you read Bhikkhu Bodhi's translation, it's called The Sky. I love the translation, The Sky. In the atmosphere is a bit clunky to me, but I like The Sky. So this is a sutra I'm reading out from Ajahn Sujato's translation. Mendicants, various winds blow in the atmosphere. Winds blow from the east, the west, the north, and the south. They are winds that are dusty and dustless, cool and warm, weak and strong. In the same way, various feelings arise in this body, pleasant, painful, and neutral feelings. There are many and various, and I'm going to the stanza. I love those stanzas, this will make you remember. There are many and various winds that blow in the atmosphere. From the east they come, also the west, the north, and then the south. They are dusty and dustless, cool and sometimes warm, strong and weak. These are the different gales that blow. So too in this body, feelings arise, pleasant and painful, and those that are neutral. But when a mendicant is keen, not neglecting situation awareness, in the Bhikkhu Bodhi, another translation is clear comprehension, and the Pali is sampajanya. That astute person understands all feelings. Completely understanding feelings, They are without defilements in this real life. They acknowledge Master is firm in principle. When their body breaks up, they can't be reckoned. So it can lead us all the way to freedom and liberation. How nice is it? So you can see the simile to use is the feelings. It's like wind, just blowing from all the directions, come and go. And we go back to the simile that I mentioned earlier, like the wind blow through the net. Not get caught in it. That's what we are practicing towards. So that is another one I like to. I'm going to read you a sutra, but there's another one is not from the sutra. So this one is from also Samyutta Nikaya, also from 36. I think that is the Vedana Samyutta. Just now I say the first one that I read is 36.12. This one is 36.14. So it's quite close to the other sutra. This one is called a guest house. Mendicants, suppose there was a guest house. Lodgers come from the east, west, north, and south. Aristocrats, Brahmins, peasants, and menials all stay here. Feel like in Jhana Grove, isn't it? All of us are guests here. Come from all walks of life, all background. In the same way, various feelings arise in this body. Pleasant, painful, and neutral feelings. Also, pleasant, painful, and neutral feelings of the flesh arise. I must say I need to find out what flesh. So it is, I think from Bhikkhu Bodhi, the words that the use is carnal, C-A-R-N-A-L. It's more related sensual desires. Also pleasant, painful, and neutral feelings, not of the flesh. So the implication, the sensual desires, not of the sensual desires arises. I'm going to read it again, especially I like it short, that in your mind, so you can relate to, the feelings is just like guests coming. Mendicants, suppose there was a guest house. Lodgers come from the east, west, north, and south. Aristocrats, Brahmins, peasants, and menials all stay here. In the same way, various feelings arise in this body. Pleasant, painful, and neutral feelings. Also, pleasant, painful, and neutral feelings of the flesh arise. Also, pleasant, painful, and neutral feelings not of the flesh arise. Now I'm going to read you a poem of the same title. It is by Rumi. Some of you might know Rumi. I'm just going to read it, tell you a bit of the background. So Rumi was a 13th century Persian poet. He was an Islamic scholar, the Sufi mystic. His full name, I'm so interested about it, so I check out what is his name. His name is called Jala bin Muhammad. So this is the same title called The Guest House. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome, and entertain them all. Even if they are a crowd of sorrows, who violently sweep your house, empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malaise, meet them at the door laughing. Invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. So this is going to the mystic. So it's a send from the universe. But for Buddhism, we say all arises and passing away because of causes and conditions. But it is interesting that I find this poem that is also related to feelings. And I love that poem because it's talking about welcome, entertain them all. Because we can meet them laughing and smile at the door. We don't need to say, hang on a minute, you are pleasant feelings, come in, close the door. Painful feelings, no, sorry, go out. But in this poem, and so is in Buddhism, in the Buddha teachings. So this poem, Rumi was saying, well, welcome them. And in the Buddha's teachings, whether you welcome them or not, they are going to be here. We as well change our attitude to say, hello, come. And then they will go away. And then the next guest will come. Actually, it was given by a palliative care doctor, this particular poem, which is very interesting. I kept it. I said, this is a good poem. And so I share that with you. And I just go back to mention that about the poem, which is specifically mentioned. You can see that the poem is more expressive compared to the teaching that I read out, because the reading from the, he says for the guests from the any directions, but specifically anything, a depression, meanness, it just comes as unexpected visitors. We cannot sort of plan sometimes what will come on our doorstep. And I did a death, old age, sickness, and death retreat last year. That will come to us just like a guest. Regardless what is our background, who we are, it just come knock on our door. That is one of the guests. We are looking at other emotions. The emotions or the guest can be anything. And all right, do you want me to read to you one more time the poem? I love the poem. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house, empty of its furniture. Still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malaise, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent out as a guide from beyond. So that particular poem that I read out is translated by Coleman Barks in the Essential Rumi, if you want to look for that particular poem. So it's exactly the same title as the one that is called The Guest House, the one that in Samyutta Nikaya also called The Guest House. That's what attracted my attention. So we're going to go to, for the meditation again. I'm going to do the guided meditation as yesterday. And as I say, you try it out. And I do it twice, because then those of you who would like to use it, and you can go, when you go home, you can use it. It can be a useful tool for you. Sorry that you don't have a chance to ask too much question about that meditation. So the meditation will go about 45 to 50 minutes. So please sit comfortably on a chair. If you cannot sit on the floor for that length of time. I have explained yesterday the reference point that I'm going to use is on the top of the head, which is exactly on top. That the indentation here, that's what I mean by the top of the head. You can feel it now. And normally it's the size of a coin. Actually, there's a very sensitive area. You can feel it. It's easier when you don't have hair like me. That you really can feel it. And you can feel the sensation on that. So much easier for those of us who don't have hair. So we're going to start by relaxing the body. And remind ourselves to relax. Bring your awareness on the breath. And I invite you to feel the sensation of the breath coming in and out through your nostrils. The warmth, the cool air, and the warmth air coming in and out. Put your awareness there for a few minutes. Now bring your awareness to the top of the head. Let all the breath go. bring your full attention on the sensation or feelings on the top of the head. Any sensation at all, any movement, cold or heat, softness or hot on the top of the head, the size of large coins. Now bring your awareness to the top of the scalp, moving slowly from the top of the head all the way to the front of the hairline, spot by spot. It doesn't matter what is the size of your spot, of the spot. It can be a large coin, it can be a smaller size coin. Feel aware of the feeling, a sensation of each spot. Let it go and move on to the next spot. Bring your awareness to the back of the head, starting from the top of the head to the base of the scalp, spot by spot. What does it feel like? Notice the feeling or sensation. Let it go and move on. Can be pleasant, unpleasant, lightness, heaviness, stepping, pressure. You don't need to name it, just be aware of the sensation and move on to the next one. I'm naming it to help with the awareness. Bring your awareness to the left side of the head, starting from the top of the head all the way to the jawline, from the hairline in front to behind the ear. Spot by spot. Beware of the feeling or sensation. Drop it and move on to the next spot. Now bring your awareness to the right side of the head, starting from the top of the head, all the way to the jawline, and from the hairline in front, all the way to the ear behind. Spot by spot, any feeling or sensation, pain, hardness, movement, feel the sensation as from inside, not as an observer from outside, looking in. Bring your awareness to the forehead, starting slowly from the hairline in front all the way to the eyebrows, the whole width of the forehead, spot by spot. Notice the sensation or feelings. Let it go and go to the next spot. Any pain, discomfort, or brightness. Now bring awareness to the left eye, the socket, the eyeball, the lid. Be aware of any feeling or sensation, darkness, moist, movement, brightness. Movement. And bring awareness to the right side, the right eye, the socket, the eyeball, and the lid. Notice any sensation or feelings. Let it go and move on. Bring your awareness to the area between the two eyebrows on top of the nose. Move down slowly along the bridge of the nose, spot by spot, all the way to the tip of the nose. Any feeling or sensation, hardness, softness, wet, cold, warm. Notice it, let it go, and move on to the next spot. Bring your awareness to inside of the nose. Spot by spot, aware of any sensation or feelings, space, dryness, moist, fullness, itchiness. Be aware of it, drop it, and go to the next spot. Put your awareness onto the area, the small area between the tip of the nose and upper lip. Spot by spot. Feel any sensation, anything at all. Trembling, tingling. Neutral, pleasant or unpleasant. Aware of it, let it go and move on to the next spot. Now bring awareness to your upper and lower lips. Be aware of any sensation or feelings. Moist, dry, soft, sensitivity. Bring awareness inside the mouth, spot after spot. Feel the spaciousness, the dryness, the moist, the hardness. Anything at all. It doesn't matter. It's the awareness that is important. Now bring awareness on the chin. Small area, part by part, spot by spot. Aware of it. Drop it. And go on to the next spot. Now bring awareness to the left cheek, starting from the left eye all the way to the jawline, spot by spot. Feeling of any feeling or sensation, hardness, pain, softness, any sensation or feelings. Drop it, move on to the next spot. Bring your awareness to the right side, the right cheek, starting from the right eye all the way to the jawline, spot after spot. Any sensations or feelings, stabbing, poking, smoothness, bumps, aware of it, let it go and move on to the next spot. Now bring your awareness to the front, the throat in front, starting from the jawline all the way to the part that joins the trunk at the front. Spot by spot, around the throat, any feeling of sensation, obstruction, lump, constriction, expansion, hollowness, fullness, choking. Any sensation or feelings, do not analyze it. Just notice it, let it go, and move on to the next spot. Now bring your awareness to the back of the neck, starting from the base of the scalp all the way to the area where you join the back of the trunk. Spot by spot. Notice any feeling or sensation, and then drop it and move on to the next spot. Bring your awareness to the left shoulder, starting from the neck, the left side of the neck, all the way to the area where you join the left upper arm. Spot by spot, feeling any sensation, heaviness, pressure, burden, guilt, blame, happiness, brightness, anything at all. Not analyzing it, not judging it, just be aware of it. And then let it go and move on to the next spot. If your mind wanders off to any other area or anything at all, just gently bring it back to the area that we are focused on right now. At this moment. Bring your awareness to the left upper arm, all around the arm, all the way from the joint, the area that joins the shoulder, all the way down to the elbow. Spot after spot. Bring your awareness to the left elbow, a small area. Stay there. Pay your full attention on the left elbow, all around the elbow, inside to outside. Any sensation or feelings, sharpness, hardness, softness. Now bring your awareness to the left lower arm, all around the arm, spot after spot, moving slowly from the left elbow all the way to the wrist. Any sensation or feelings, dryness, itchiness, softness, smoothness. Any sensation or feeling, notice it, let it go, and move on to the next spot. Now bring your awareness onto your left wrist, all around the wrist. Can you feel the pulsing movement? any tingling. Now bring your awareness to your hand, starting with the top of the left hand. Moving slowly from the wrist all the way to the bottom of the fingers, spot after spot. Feel any sensation or feelings, gentleness, softness. Now bring your awareness to the palm of the left hand, moving from the wrist all the way to the bottom of the 5 fingers, spot by spot. Feeling any sensation, just aware of it, let it go and move on to the next spot. Now bring awareness to the bottom of the 5 fingers on your left hand, moving slowly all the way to the tips of the 5 fingers, and then make a mind movement out to the room. Bring your awareness to the right shoulder, starting from the right side of the neck, all the way to the area where it joins the right upper arm, spot by spot. Aware of any sensations or feelings, tension, stiffness, shame, guilt, rejection, abandonment, love. Be aware of the sensation or feeling. It doesn't matter how you feel or how it felt for you. Just your own experience. Not thinking about it, but experiencing the feeling. And then let it go and move on to the next spot. Bring your awareness to the upper left arm, starting from the area where it joins the right shoulder, all the way down to the elbow, all around the right upper arm, spot after spot. Any sensation or feelings, tightness, soreness, aware of the feeling or sensation, drop it and move on to the next spot. awareness to the right elbow. All around the elbow, inside out. Feeling any sensation or movement. Hardness, heat, warmth. Stiffness. Aware of it, and then drop it and move on to the next area. Now bring your awareness to the right lower arm, starting from the elbow, moving slowly all the way to the right wrist. Be aware of any sensation or feelings. Let it go and move on to the next spot. Bring your awareness to your right wrist, all around the wrist. How does it feel like? Tightness, movement, gentleness. Aware of it, drop it, and move on to the next spot. Now bring your awareness to your right hand, starting from the top of the right hand, moving slowly from the wrist all the way to the bottom of the 5 fingers, spot after spot. Bring your awareness to the right palm of your hand, starting from the wrist all the way to the bottom of the 5 fingers. Be aware of any sensation or feelings. Drop it and move on to the next spot. Now bring awareness to the bottom of the 5 fingers. Slowly move all the way up to the tips of the 5 fingers. And then make a mind movement out to the room. Bring your awareness to the front of the trunk, starting from the left side, moving down slowly from the left shoulder all the way to the waistline, spot by spot. Any feeling or sensation, be aware of it, let it go and move on. Any sensation or feeling, love, hate, jealousy, palpitation, obstruction, blockages, happiness, brightness, sinking, floating. Not judging, feel, aware, and notice the sensation. Drop it and move on to the next spot. Bring your awareness to the right side of the front of the trunk, starting from the right shoulder all the way down to the waistline. Feeling any sensation, any at all. Not analyzing it. Be aware of it. Let it go and move on to the next spot. Anything at all. Gentleness, softness, kindness, compassion. Sadness, stepping, tingling. Notice it, let it go, and move on. Bring your awareness to the waistline. Spot after spot, the waistline in front. Be aware of any sensation or feeling, and then intentionally let it go and move on to the next spot. Bring your awareness to the lower part of the front of the trunk, starting from the left side, spot after spot. Any feeling or sensation, movement, fullness, air, emptiness. Tightness, pressure, bloatedness. Aware of it, let it go, move on. Now bring your awareness to the right side, right lower part of the front of the trunk. Be aware of any sensation or feelings. Irritation, agitation, holding on, tightness, whatever it is, aware of it, let it go and move on to the next area. Now bring your awareness to the back of the trunk, starting from the left side, moving down from the left shoulder all the way to the waistline, spot by spot, aware of any sensation or feelings, tightness, stiffness, hardness, stubbornness, determination. anything at all, aware of it. Let it go and move on to the next area. If there is any part of the body screaming for your attention, gently, firmly, come back to the area that we are focusing on. Bring your awareness to the right side of the back of the trunk, starting from the right shoulder all the way down to the waistline. Be aware of any sensation or feelings. Give the area your full attention. Nowhere else. Pressure, tightness, rejection, awareness, kindness, anything neutral, pleasant, unpleasant, any sensation or feeling. Not judging it, not analyzing it. Just aware of it, let it go, and move on to the next area. Bring your awareness to the waistline at the back of the trunk, spot after spot. Notice any sensation or feeling, support, care. Constriction, expansion. Anything at all. Aware of it, let it go, and move on to the next spot. Bring your awareness to the lower part of the back of the trunk, starting from the left side, spot by spot. Feel the sensation, anything at all, unbendable, inertia, heart, softness, reliability, anything that you feel. Notice it, let it go, and move on. Bring your awareness to the right side of the lower part of the back of the trunk. How it feels like. Stubbornness, stiffness, numbness, anything that you can feel, aware of. let it go and move on to the next spot. Bring your awareness to the left thigh, starting from the area where it joins the trunk, all the way to the left knee, all around the left thigh, spot by spot. Notice any sensation or feeling. Do not judge it. Like a guess, just let it stay, aware of it, and then let it go. Move to the next spot. Bring your awareness to the left knee, all around the knee, inside or outside. Pay full attention onto the left knee. Swelling, pressure, anxiety, any feeling or sensation. Let it go and move on to the next area. Bring your awareness to the left lower leg, starting from the knee all the way to the ankle. All around, spot after spot. Any feeling or sensation. Aware of it, let it go and move on. Now bring awareness to the left ankle, all around the ankle. Any feeling or sensation, hardness, sharpness, poking, stepping. Be aware of it, let it go and move on. Now bring your awareness to the bottom of the left foot, starting from the heel, spot by spot, all the way to the ball of the foot, and then all the way to the bottom of the toes, spot by spot, feeling any sensation, anything at all. How does it feel like? Hardness, numbness, itching. Now bring your awareness to the top of the left foot, starting from the ankle all the way to the bottom of the toes, spot after spot, feeling any sensation, aware of it, Drop it and move on. Now bring your awareness to the bottom of the 5 toes, moving all the way to the tips of the 5 toes on your left foot. And then make a mind movement out to the room. Now bring your awareness to your right thigh, starting from the area where it's joined, the trunk of the body, and then all the way to the right knee, all around the right thigh, spot after spot. Be aware of any sensation or feeling. Notice it, let it go, and move on. Any sensation or feelings as you experience it, not as an observer looking from outside. Pain, softness, hardness, tightness, anything at all. Aware of it, let it go and move on to the next spot. Now bring your awareness to your right knee, all around the knee, inside to outside. Inflammation, pain, flexibility, softness, hardness, unbendable, stubbornness, anything at all. It is the awareness that counts. Now bring your awareness to the lower right leg, moving from the right knee all the way to the right ankle. All around, spot by spot, aware of any sensation or feelings. Let it go and move on to the next spot. Dryness, itchiness, numbness, anything at all. Now bring your awareness to the right ankle, all around the ankle. Aware or notice any sensation or feelings. Tightness, movement, stiffness. Stepping, poking. Aware of the sensation, feelings. Let it go and move on to the next spot. Now bring awareness to the bottom of the right foot, starting from the right heel, moving slowly all the way to the ball of the foot, and then to the bottom of the 5 toes. Spot after spot, be aware of any sensation or feelings. Is it hard? Is it soft? Gentleness, kindness, or anxiety, any feeling or sensation, notice it, drop it, move on to the next spot. Now bring your awareness on the top of the right foot, moving from the right ankle all the way to the toes, spot by spot. Any sensations or feelings, excitement, anxiety, fear, tightness, numbness, now bring awareness to the bottom of the 5 toes of the right foot, moving slowly all the way to the tips of the 5 toes, and make a mind movement out to the room. Stay in the neutral, open space, silent for a few minutes. Relax into the moment. Congratulations, everyone. You spent 1 hour. It's no longer have the fear and anxiety about sitting for a long time. So now is the end of the sessions. We are going to meet up again after Jhana at 1:30 for the final talk. And there will be a guided loving kindness meditation and sharing of merits. When you got time in the morning now, please come and collect all my to give everyone that is a dedication of merits in English that we're going to chant the sharing of merits. with all beings. It's a nice thing to do. One each here. Or you can put it outside for people to pick it up on their way out. Enjoy your dana. See you later. Or enjoy your cleaning.
Tomorrow is from my Dana. Is the other kingdom is there as well?
No, I'm on a trip.
Yeah.
So I will be at the hermitage and roll with the dana into my bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, only by myself.
Yeah, okay.